the question for the beginning was: you have a 15-year-old daughter. Her boyfriend gets a brand new car. He comes to pick her up. Do you let her go?
A 15-year-old daughter?
Yeah.
Her boyfriend is driving?
I had my license at 15.
Yeah. No, I don't let her go.
No, that's true. I was going to say the same thing.
That's that. So you want a 15? He has a permit, okay,
A
not a
permit.
license.
Well, yeah. If it's enough for his parents to make him feel like he could drive alone.
No.
He could be like an athlete and get like the restricted Jones.
Hell no.
I wouldn't
Hell
either
no.
though. I wouldn't either though. I'll be like, my daughter, she's not gonna have any type of life whatsoever, and I'm okay with that.
That's fucked up.
I mean,
So you're gonna restrict her that
she's
much?
gonna have to go about the ways of sneakery, where like if she have to have a homegirl pick her up to bring her to her boyfriend's house for like her entire high school career, I'm gonna force her to put her in that situation. I'm
That's
not
the
gonna make
life.
it easy.
That's how you.
I'm not gonna make it easy. He damn sure ain't coming to the house picking her up, smiling in my face. Hey, Mr. Gibbs, how are you today? Fuck you. Get out. No, I'm sorry. I can see it. Because it's like, it's 15 years
I don't know.
for you.
I feel like that's the situation where females rebelled in, especially at the age of like that. That's when they rebel and then do even more fucked up shit just cause, like, that's when they will rebel.
You know, you remember?
Think about the girls you messed with back then.
When I was 15? You remember how you was when you was 15?
Yeah.
And I had a car at 15.
But what I'm saying though, I think the better thing would be to teach them to respect you enough to tell them. Of course, they're gonna be rebellious at teenage years, but
yeah,
teach them to let them tell you shit.
She gonna
what's going on?
Rebel in her room. I'll tell her to write an entry in her journal, and I'll read it later. Like, I don't know. How much?
Hey, do you, man? I don't teach people how to raise their kids.
That is true. Man, these kids are scary, bro. Like I said,
I don't do
you
that.
already know my fears. But it's even scarier because, it's 15 years for you. That's like 11 years for me. And 11 years from now, I don't know what it's going to be like having a teenager. So, welcome to the podcast, people.
Welcome to episode 6, baby.
And
second episode of 2021.
Is it the second? I thought it was like the first. I'm pretty sure it's the first. But it's cool, though. I understand.
Oh, no, we put the other one out on, but we recorded before.
See, I drink and I know things.
Anyway,
Game of Thrones.
How are your resolutions going 3 days in?
Well, I'm fatter than I've ever been. Today, I ate McDonald's and a steak. I don't know what I was thinking. So, yeah.
You eat McDonald's?
Yes. It's a guilty pleasure.
What do you eat from McDonald's?
So, I got a double quarter pounder with added lettuce and tomato. Ooh, and extra mac sauce. It touched me right here. I actually been asleep, rolling around in the couch of nothingness, watching old movies like Laura Croft.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
What?
But I judge people for eating McDonald's.
Why though? It's like number 1 or 2 in the like most mass produced restaurants in the world. Like the number 1 fast food restaurant in the world.
Okay. What does that mean?
A lot of people eat it. It's popular. So you're judging a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
Half the people that watch this is probably eating McDonald's right now.
I don't care.
Or like your child, like sometimes.
I don't judge them in I don't judge them in the fact of like, oh, they're like beneath me type
Look
shit.
at you fatty.
Yeah, no. Just like you could do better. You could do better, man.
What is that bag? Is that McDonald's? The fries is crazy though. I ain't gonna lie.
Actually, McDonald's fries are good. They are good. So when I say McDonald's, I mainly mean like the meats.
The meats.
Yeah, the meats. Like that shit.
I'm pretty
gosh.
sure they have
Ever since I seen how they make that fast food shit, and I know McDonald's is top of the line fast food. Like if they're making some fucked up fast food, McDonald's is the one that's getting it. You know what I mean?
Is that how you feel about them?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, you think they're making
I
quality
feel like they're
meats?
the high quality. Yes.
You think McDonald's is making quality?
100% beef?
Bro, well,
Huh?
okay. 100% beef.
Imported?
Bro, have you ever looked at one of
Never
those burgers
frozen?
and like cut it open to the middle of the burger? You ever seen a burger you cooked on the grill look like that?
I've never done neither or, but.
Oh, you just don't care though.
Nah, I just cough the lights and eat it. Pretend. I don't even want to see it. It's cool. I heard once like somebody said if you bury a McDonald's burger for 10 years, it won't like.
Not even like fungus wants to eat it, bruh.
I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna eat it. I
Mm-mm.
want them.
So another reason why I don't eat it because it just does not agree with my stomach.
Oh yeah,
And
that is true. Now you get if I
and-
get gassy while we're recording, just ignore it. It's cool.
no, nigga, we
Yo,
shutting down.
how much would someone have to pay you to degrade yourself on like national television?
What kind of degradation?
Well, see, that's the thing. It's because at first I was gonna ask you like, what would it be to you, like, because in my mind, it's like, what is degrading yourself? Making yourself look
That's
stupid
like
on
fear
camera,
factor.
lying on camera. Ooh, yeah, eating
That's like fear
bugs.
factor.
How much would you eat a cockroach for?
Never,
on
nothing,
TV?
nothing.
So like, if I had $1 million,
They ain't got enough money. They ain't got enough money to pay me on TV to get me to eat a cockroach, bro. Sorry.
And then like
I've been broke all my life. I will continue to be broke.
Everybody know you as the cockroach eater. Like, how, Mr.
can't
Huddle
pay
Peters,
me.
how'd you got your first meal?
You can't pay me enough to eat a cockroach. Yo, I seen a video, speaking of like that shit, I seen a video online this past week of this motherfucker eating a rat.
A rat, like alive?
Two black dudes.
Like, did
and
they
like,
cook it?
and you
Did
would think
they-
that's some white people shit. No offense, but you would think that's some white people shit. No, they did not cook it. This was a rat.
Lead
Like
the
he
pod
just
with racism.
This was a rat. This was a rat that looked like a white rat that it just looked like they just picked up off the street. It was dead. It looked like
It
it
was
dead.
dead?
It was dead. And skin, fur, everything on it. He just took a bite out of that shit and ripped it open and started eating it.
Oh,
and there was
shit.
another dude behind him. It looked like the main dude that was eating it was a crackhead, but he didn't look like he was like full crackhead status. But he was doing some crack. That's some crackhead
like
shit.
the beginning of it.
Yeah, it was the beginning of some crackhead shit, and like the dude behind it was like the hustler nigga, like yo, do this shit for some
eat
money.
this shit, nigga.
Yeah, do this shit for some money. We gonna get these views. You know what I mean? He was like coaching them through. He was like, don't throw up. But the dude was just sitting there eating that shit and like biting into it and ripping it open and
Oh shit!
and he like for a minute I was like, yo, this dude's a savage.
Like,
He's not even like no gag reflex on it at all to the end where he was like. After he had swallowed a whole bunch of it, he was just like, oh. And that's when the dude was like, yo, don't throw up. Do it off camera. Do it off camera.
So like, I'll do that shit for like a meal.
You would do that for $1 million?
I'll eat a rat for $1 million. I'll bust that bitch down.
A live rat.
I don't give a fuck how they bring it to me for $1 million.
You'll do anything for $1 million.
It's strong. Yo, I saw a meme that's like, I'll do anything for food, but no gay shit. And I was like, yeah, like for $1 million, I do a lot. No gay shit though, but like you want me to run around naked? You want me to like walk up and say some dumb shit, eat a roach or something for a meal? Gone. Hey, and then nobody could judge me though, because everybody's gonna be like have their hand out, and I'm be like, you wasn't with me eating roaches in the gym.
Nah, nigga, nah.
Yeah, you stand 10 toes down.
Nah.
Hey, that's real.
That is real. I'm not for $1 million.
Yeah,
I understand $1 million is a lot of money.
Shit, I feel like niggas would do crazy shit for 60,000.
But nah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been broke all my life.
You eat Chinese food, don't you?
Not like that. But what does that mean?
Rats. Nah, but
wow, you said I'm the racist.
JK.
Wow.
Yo, and just before we start this podcast, I do want to acknowledge that Josh said that he really wasn't feeling the Christmas vibe like that, and he got a beautiful gift from his family, and it was really dope, really sentimental. And I want to lead with love because I feel like we don't do that enough. We so consumed in controversy that sometimes we don't remember the good things. So,
Right.
Just want to acknowledge the spirit is in the room right now. The spirit is here.
Well, yeah, sure. Yeah. Christmas spirit's here. It's January 3rd. All right.
Yo, you got your stimulus?
Yeah, I've been stimulated. I've been stimulated.
Hey, shit be different when you get that stimulus
Nah,
check, boy.
that shit, no,
Peep
it's
the new
not.
shirt.
That shit's already gone.
That
That shit was gone when it hit my account. I'll be paying bills.
Yo, real bills too.
Yeah, I'll be
Hey.
paying bills. I'm trying to pay off these credit cards and
I
shit.
wonder if they're gonna like give us the rest of it if they decide to give us more. Like so now the next
It'll
one will
just-
be like 800.
No, the next one probably be like 1,400 to make up that 2,000.
Oh, I got a child. I got 12.
Oh well, yeah. There you
I
go.
was about to say 14. I wish they would.
Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy that everybody really wants the stimulus check, but then people like, oh, that ain't no money. Nobody cares. But then, like, when you wake up and see extra money in your account, you're going to be happy. There's nobody upset with that situation. I don't understand why.
Nah, nobody's upset. I mean, eventually we're gonna pay for it. We're gonna eventually pay for these stimulus checks,
I can see it.
like in taxes or something. When people get their taxes this year, I don't know for sure, but most likely shit might look a little different.
They're like drug dealers, like they fronting it to us,
It's just like
right?
it's just like the tax cut that Trump gave everybody last year, and like military and like federal workers and people seeing more money in their paycheck because they wasn't taking certain taxes out anymore.
Mm.
But guess who has to pay? I had no choice to opt out of it, so I had to, like, my checks were bigger towards the end of last year, but I didn't want that. Because guess what? I have to pay that back this year.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now they're gonna take the taxes that will regularly come out, plus the taxes that they didn't take out before. So it's like
See, that's
double.
crazy. I file exempt. I don't pay taxes anyway. JK. But I was just wondering though, because it is a lot of controversy around that little bit of money. I'll be a lot of money though.
Nah, it does help a lot of people. Like, there's a lot of people that actually needs it for more than just paying bills and shit. There's people that needs it to actually get food and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
I'm lucky in my position. That ain't necessarily what I need it for, but I mean, I'm not gonna turn it down either.
That's true.
You know?
That's true.
So
I was thinking a lot of male insecurities is like based on
can we get a
financial-
commercial break between the topic changes?
That
bro?
is what is a commercial
God
break?
damn.
It can, but
Like,
yeah,
you-
that was
like,
a smooth transition.
It
I
wasn't
feel
that
like you're
smooth.
hating
It
on
was like
my-
a very sharp transition.
Really?
It was like Tron. You ever watch Tron? Like the way the bikes move, there's like no curve. It's just straight, like boom, boom.
Yo,
Like,
Yo, all right. So your topics would be commercial breaks. What? Go ahead.
I don't have one. Go ahead.
So like I was saying, male insecurities about financial stability and shit.
All right, so cool.
How you deal with friends you ever had a friend that made more than you that made you feel a way about yours? Like there was extra braggadocious or there was extra like, oh Josh, look at this.
Nah, I ain't
Nah,
really got no friends that like that.
What are some things you're insecure about?
Who that would be that's a real dickhead move. I don't think I have any friends that's like they wouldn't be my friend if they act like that.
Well, I got some friends that they're so excited about how well things are going for them in their lives that I don't think they necessarily think about like, you know, who they're telling information to. They're just like, oh, this is my friend. I want to tell them. Like, oh,
What do you mean? Like, how are they saying these things?
So like if they buy a car and pay it off in 3 months, they're extra excited about it. They're gonna speak about it, but they're not necessarily
Like a brand new car?
Yeah, like a brand new
Oh, if
car.
I bought a brand new car and paid it off 3 months, I'd be pretty excited.
Or like
about
if
that.
they had a house that was built from ground up and they was able to pay it off really fast. You know, they may brag about it, but it's like they're not trying to necessarily put you down. They're just excited about their blessings.
Well, that's not putting you down. You're right.
But
that's up to you if you take it that way.
That is true. I was about to say around the wrong person though, it could create jealousy. Or that could like stir up some.
But that isn't that person's fault. Like that person have to be watchful of what they say around somebody because that person might be jealous or have jealous tendencies to feel those kind of ways?
If a person is insecure about something, is it necessarily their fault, or is it just like something that exists that they can't control?
What are you saying?
Like if, like if you become insecure about something, does it instantly has to be your fault that you're insecure? Like, it's like, are you weak or lesser than a man because you're insecure,
So
or is it just something that like everybody goes through?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I think it is somewhat of your fault a little bit because it is you being insecure. It's like you control your emotions, and yeah, that might be like a subconscious type thing of getting insecure. I see what you're saying, but at the same time, like you have to that's stuff that should have been worked on prior to that, feeling like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're,
I can see it. So like, yeah. So if you're insecure about money or something trivial, then I understand completely. You could anybody could get more money. But like, what if you're insecure about something that you can't change, or like you're jealous of a person because they have more family than you, or sex. I know a lot of people that's insecure about sex, and it's not necessarily things they could change. You know, it's just things that it is what it is. So it's like, well, damn, if you're insecure Are you supposed to just instantly be like, no, 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 like I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just stay focused, or is insecurities that something that we all fall to?
No, I think insecurities is everything. We all fall to insecurities. That's how the society works. That's the reason why people go out and buy things that they buy. I think it's a lot of based
That's
on
deep.
insecurities.
And like advertisement and propaganda is just playing off of people insecurities.
Yeah.
That's the shit that have people buying like hundreds of bottles of water and all the tissue and shit.
It's what huh?
Because it's like they're insecure about what's going to happen for the future.
No, that's because they're fearful of what's going to happen of the future.
Yeah, like being
Insecurities, when I'm talking about insecurities, I mean like people going out and buying chains, people going out and buying the fanciest of cars, people going out and buying the most expensive of shoes, people going out and buying, fancy
it's,
shoes,
it's so crazy that the
putting
shoe game
super expensive shoes on the kids' feet.
What's super expensive? I feel like $60-$70 is okay.
For a child, very expensive. That is super expensive.
That's not that
for
bad.
a child.
That's
For
not
a
that
child,
bad.
that is super
Because
expensive.
all
For
the
a
good
shoe they're gonna
shoes-
grow out of, I feel like a lot of that is on the parent.
That's a myth, though.
That is the parent, huh?
That's a myth, though. A child's foot doesn't grow that fast. Well, my child hasn't. She was in the
Child foot grows though.
I mean, of course they grow,
Yeah.
but like she was in the same shoe size for a
All
year.
right, so what's the point of having
nice ass shoes?
$70 shoes on your child?
Cause they hard as fuck. Every time I see her walking around in these fucking foams,
So
I'm like, damn,
who
she got some
cares?
hard-ass
Who
foams.
cares that the child's foot is in foam posits?
My nigga,
Are the other 4-year-olds caring that the child's foot is in foam posits? Or are the parents or the grown-ups?
But
Are
we
the
do that with
grown-ups?
anything.
But
We
I
do
feel
that
like
with
that's an
anything.
insecurity thing. You were talking about insecurities with money. I think that is another way to say, oh, I got money. Look at my child's feet.
Nah. You can't assume that because you accessorize well, you're insecure. You fucking got pictures everywhere.
No.
throughout
I
this
think it's
motherfucker.
over accessorizing.
Over accessorizing. I think it's you can't base it on like if I was poor, like if I ain't had no money.
Okay, let's not talk about child's feet. Just
Okay,
like when we talk about insecurities, my point I'm making is putting money into these things that really don't matter.
That don't matter.
That goes towards insecurities.
I hate that money would be the number one. Money is so important that's why people divorce. Like over people committing adultery and whatnot. The number one reason why people divorce is because financial stability or instability that there is. And I hate that it's so important. Like people don't even want to struggle together. People turn real dark and evil over some money. And it is crazy because even as for me, sexually, I'm not really insecure, but damn, money, like I'm always like I should be able to get more money. Like it's a constant thought. Like I need more. I got to do more. I need more, and I don't even know necessarily why. As long as I could buy all the things I want to buy, that would be cool. But sometimes I want to be able to buy the things that I don't even want. I just want to be able to buy them, and that creates because I have friends that are in those situations. Or like traveling, I really, really feel like I should travel out the country more. And I have friends that do. Hell, even with you, right? You're going to be gone for 3 months, and that makes me feel like, damn, maybe I need to just randomly move to fucking Paris for 3 months and see if I can make shit work. But
I suggest you don't do that.
I'm definitely not in a position to do
Okay.
that. But it does cross the mind, though.
That's why. It all comes down to trying to be like. It all comes down to trying to be like somebody else. That's all that.
Or
comes
just
down
wanting
to.
more.
Or
just wanting more, wanting better. You don't necessarily have to be insecure about like wanting to be like somebody, but it's enough information out there for you to know that there's private islands that you could go to. There's enough information out. Like you don't even have to necessarily have a friend with a specific type of car.
Yeah,
but
and there's no problem with that. I don't believe there's a problem with that if you genuinely want to go to this private island because you've done your research or you've looked into it and was like you would really enjoy going to that private island for you. Now, if you're doing it because you see everybody going to Tulum, since that's the place you like to use all the time,
Very true.
or any DR or things like that, because you see your friends there
Puerto
all the
Rico.
time. And it's like, oh, they look like they're having so much fun. I want to have fun just like them and be like them. Then that's why I feel like that's the kind of thing that's like, yeah, it's a little whack.
Yeah, that is fair. And I guess
It's like people get caught up in these days. People get caught up on monkey see, monkey do a lot these days. And it's, that deals with insecurities.
No.
I feel like that deals a lot with being insecure in who you are. You know what I mean?
How do you feel about Reebok
Reebok.
if they're black owned? If they become a black owned
Oh, like
business?
I told you before, if they become black owned, I'm gonna have me some Reeboks.
I'm still not
Just
wearing
cause. I almost got, like I said before, I almost got some Reeboks when I think Lil Baby had those Reeboks that was out.
So I
Them
did see
shits was
those.
hard.
I did like those. That is
I had them
one.
in hand about to buy them and they didn't have my size.
Everything slowly turned into Yeezys to me though. Like it's the design. They try to call it futuristic. I
What
really
design
feel
is
like
that?
I really
What does it look like? What's that design look like?
Like it looked like a pair of little baby Reebok shoes. Probably look like a pair of 380s or 350s. 380s or 350s.
I don't know which ones.
Either way it goes, it's like that's like the new form of shoe. That's what everybody's going with the soft sneaker. Like I remember like back in the days they had the sneaker that looked like a sock and it looked so strange.
Mm-hmm.
And then slowly but surely now everything's trying to aim for that sockish, comfortable feel look.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm gonna hop on the bandwagon with the Reebok thing. I just it's so crazy because I'm proud of Master P, and he always got way more money than you think he has. But I just can't. I can't join him on this venture. I joined him on his noodle venture because I like
Noodle?
ramen. Yeah, he got his own ramen noodles.
Huh.
It's,
I don't eat ramen.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So I respected that. He got his own like fucking chips. Yeah, he got a lot actually.
Yeah.
But shoes, I don't know. It would be like, what about if they revamped Fubu? Would you wear it?
Fubu?
Yeah.
For you by us?
Yeah, because that's black owned too, right? What's the difference between Fubu and Reebok? But you'd be like, nah, that's janky. Or if like And1
Or for
came
us
back.
by us. What was Fubu?
Yeah, for us by us, Fubu.
Yeah, for us by us.
Yeah. Like just because it's black owned, I don't think that's not
no,
enough to
but
support it.
it does help me support it. It
Mhm.
does help me support it. Like I'd rather get Fubu than some of these other brands out here.
As long as they keep this price point. Like I don't want Reebok to right now their most expensive shoe is $80, but now that black people own it, they come out and now they got $200 fucking sneakers. And I think that's what's gonna happen. Normally that's how it go. For no reason. And I don't
If the demand is there, if the demand isn't there, it's not going to be $200. It'll still be $80.
for Reebok, the demand is definitely not gonna be there. They're gonna have to mark it up.
I don't know, man. They bring Allen Iverson out the woodwork, come back out with some of them.
That
now
was
those
Reebok.
might
Yo,
those
the
might
AIs,
be some
that was
200.
a classic. Yo,
I think them around 200
that'd
now.
be fucking crazy if Allen Iverson shoes come out and they fucking $200. I'd be like,
Right, hell yeah. Allen Iverson probably, yeah, that's the most famous Reebok shoe I can
wonder
think
if he
of.
gonna-
Jordan had Reebok. Or no, not Jordan. That was dumb as hell. I'm sorry.
I was like, nigga, what?
Yeah, I saw the slow look. I meant Jay-Z. Jay-Z.
Oh,
Was Jay-Z
the
with
S
Reebok?
dot
The S dots.
I don't remember what the S dot was, but
The Jay-Z's.
damn,
I didn't mean to say
Jordan.
I was tripping.
I was
That's
like,
it.
damn, Jordan must be. And you normally the one that say the shit that's like accurate. So I'm like, well, damn, Jordan must
Not
be
that
good
one.
as
Not that one.
well.
Nah.
Yo, I can't believe you came in here again. Like, I really thought I was like, yo, I got a couple of
Can't
topics.
believe I what?
You came in with no topics. I was actually.
Nah, you know what? I think I had some written down. Like I told you, I had some that I would think about, and just a lot of them I think we had were the same things. But I would think about it, be in the middle of doing something, using my hands, and they'd leave my hand. I mean, my head.
I think it would be more justified if you came in with at least one, like, because I understand you're in a high intense, high pressure situation. You about to be married. Fucking crazy, right? But at least you could come in and tell us something about the process of the wedding, like the G Pro thing that you're trying to do, right? Like, there's a ass of people.
what?
The G Pro, aren't you like trying to live stream your
Yeah.
wedding through G Pros? That's some cool ass shit.
What is G Pros?
Isn't that what GoPros?
GoPros.
G Pro, come on, man. That's like the swaggy version. You know
I'm
what
not
I'm
doing
saying?
it through a
I'm a
GoPro.
G.
I'm trying to do it through. I'm trying to do it through a DSLR, through this cam link thing. So, I mean, I'm still figuring that out.
Oh, because that sounds interesting. I'm pretty sure there's
Is
other
that
people.
is that interesting?
I'm pretty sure there's people out there.
I feel like
watching
it's
it,
more
man.
complicated than it needs to be. I could easily just take my phone and live stream it from my phone.
Why not do that?
That's I'm I'm not the only person in this thing trying to figure this out. I mean, I have. I just told you what I would do. It's a lot easier to do it
Do
like
you
that.
think that worst case scenario she'll just let you be like fuck it and put it on Facebook Live regular?
Yeah, it won't be on Facebook. I'm gonna try to do it on my YouTube, but yeah,
Oh, where
through
yeah,
YouTube.
make it a little bit more exclusive than just throwing it on the Facebook Live.
Yeah, and everybody can access my. Everybody will be able to access my YouTube to get on it.
Did
So.
you spend 3 months' salary on the ring?
No, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in rings. I
Is
don't
it,
necessarily believe in
is it against
rings.
your religion
All right,
again?
so let me not say it. But rings are cool. Rings are cool. I don't believe in the price of rings. I don't believe in the price of diamonds and all that bullshit. I feel like
Mm.
all that's
Are you one
bullshit.
of them like diamonds depreciate? They not even real valuables.
Nah, I'm just. I just don't believe in. It's a fake thing.
It's a
That
fake.
what is it? The Beers family that controls a lot of the diamonds and shit came up with
See,
years
see,
ago
there you
to
go.
put value in diamonds for like all that shit.
Mm.
And like I don't know. That is so whack. And
Teach 'em, King.
3 months 3 months salary for a wedding ring is one of the is it might be almost the most bullshit.
They might think that's real love.
That's not okay.
Yeah, like he
And
made
50
that sacrifice.
and 50% of marriages end. Almost.
But
About 50% marriages end. I bet you
you can't
I
go in it thinking about it might end, so I can't
no,
get
I'm
this
not
bitch the ring she
my
want.
point is the ring doesn't matter.
Oh,
The ring does
it's the
not
love.
matter.
So what? Did you just get her a band, and y'all just gonna band it up, twin
No, I
bands?
got a wedding ring.
So how, being a person who doesn't see value in like diamonds and stuff, how do you go about picking your ring? Is it just like, oh, that's pretty, or is it, oh, I could afford that?
I went with what looks nice. I did go with something that looks nice. Because
Eh,
if I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it. You know what I mean? But I don't
okay.
necessarily believe in it.
The things that
Not
we do,
it's not that I don't believe in it. I don't agree with it.
you don't agree with the
All right,
idea of
I don't
it.
agree with it. It's things that you do in life that you don't agree with,
I
but you do
wonder
anyway.
how did they
That's
come up with the price point, or
of
like who?
rings.
Yeah, of rings, or who is the person that's like,
I think
oh,
that
if you're
comes
going to
like
buy a ring, then you
weight
got
and
to do this.
clarity, and all. It's a whole
No,
bunch
I
of
mean like
variables.
how much you spend. Like how did they come up with a price point that a person should
Oh, when
spend
they
on their
said three
watch?
months salary,
Yeah.
I think they just pulled that out his ass. It was like
Yeah.
it was like you should for 3 months salary.
That's a nice ring.
That's ridiculous.
But I feel like maybe some people do it though, or like
No, a
I don't
lot of
know.
people do that
Yeah.
bullshit. That is.
All right. Are you nervous at all of her getting like ring envy when she may be around like her and her other friends?
No, I honestly don't care. I honestly don't
I,
care.
I
I
don't.
mean, it's a nice ring. I'm not worried about that anyway. It's a nice ring,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
but
Of course. Of course.
I wouldn't care.
Mm-mm.
I
It's,
wouldn't care.
I can see it now. Like,
Ring
oh,
envy.
yeah,
Oh, that
ring.
is
You're like, oh my
hilarious.
god, girl, your diamond looks so good. I don't know which guys got mine. And like, you just like standing in the corner, like, all right, bitch. I see how we gonna play this.
Nah, that so spending 3 months, I think was ridiculous. Spending 3 months of ring. I also I'll say this before I say that. It's very. I feel like that is very materialistic. The ring shit, it makes it so
Well, if
materialistic.
it's like your girl deserves this type shit.
That's what they say.
It is
That's what she
like
says.
my
Oh,
girl
I deserve a
deserves
ring.
this
All the shit I've been
$30,000
through,
ring.
all the book. $30,000
Yeah.
ring. I'm not gonna
Yo,
address that.
if you like, if you okay, even if it was like 20,000, like a little car loan for a wedding ring. I know dudes that's going through a
fucked up
divorce. They're
priorities.
going through a divorce right now, but they're still paying on the wedding ring.
That's stupid.
It's
I don't want to call
crazy
your people
situation.
stupid or whoever it is,
They're
but that
unfortunate.
it was very unfortunate that happened. But what I was saying, damn, you got me off track. Upgrading the ring for like anniversaries and shit.
Oh, like
A 5-year
a
upgrade.
Pandora
Now,
bracelet. You got to do it like the ring for the ring.
no,
Like,
you get
an
another
extra.
ring. Yeah, no, yeah, you get a different ring with bigger diamonds after 5 years. Like, what is this thing about the ring? The ring does not mean love.
Oh, you saying you're not doing that? Like the ring
I
you got is the
highly
ring you
doubt
got. You better like
I
it.
highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. I say that now. We can come back and watch this years down the line. I highly
Because I
doubt it.
feel like with more money, I do want to. There is a chance that like.
Why not do something else? Like go on a trip somewhere. Go overseas and
But
spend that money in that
the
kind of way.
argument against that is if you go on 1,000 trips, right? Yeah, you get like the experience of it, but it's still money gone.
But why would I
But
just
like if you buy a diamond, you still have that money. You
But-
could always trade out and get it. You can't trade out of
why
trip.
would I buy this thing?
It's like an investment.
Okay, why would I buy this diamond? It's kind of like getting the first one. Why would I get this diamond ring that's nice if I just know 5 years from now it's not going to be up to standard? Like you're just going to want something bigger. It won't suffice 5 years from
Every
now.
year.
You're
Well,
going to
it's
look at it and be like, oh, this thing needs to be bigger 5 years from now.
Well, you could be like 1,000 there, then you could be like a 10,000 there, then you could be like 100,000 there. And you're like,
I'm
oh,
sorry.
shit,
When
done made
if
100,000.
I ever get a lot of money, and that will be the ring on a finger would be the last thing I'm worried about.
That's crazy. I feel like that would be like one of the first things I would do. Like if I hit the
That's
lottery,
the last thing.
and I'd be like, oh, baby, I'm about to upgrade your ring. Fancy.
I feel like that also makes them more materialistic. I just feel like I'm just bashing right
cheap.
now. I'm
You
just
just
bashing.
cheap,
I don't
nigga.
care. People
That's
call
all
me
it
cheap,
is.
but shit, I'm good. I don't care. That words don't hurt me. But sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will
Yo.
never hurt me.
I get what?
But I don't think that's cheap. I just feel like, look, I feel like it's up to somebody to be responsible in relationships when it comes to things like that.
Okay.
You can't just cater to everything somebody wants in that situation, even though it might seem good to them. It might be like, oh my gosh, all my friends have rings every 5 years. Somebody has to be the responsible one and say, hey, that money can go
That's
somewhere
stupid.
else. Let's put that money somewhere else. I don't have to give you a ring every 5 years. I don't have to spend $30,000 or 3 months salary on a ring. Somebody needs to be the responsible one and say, hey, with a woke mind, quotation,
That means I need
woke
to.
mind, diamonds don't matter. If I gave you a $48 ring, $48 ring, $50 ring, $100 ring, if you say you don't love me no more or say no because I got you a $100 ring, I will clearly,
Because you got bad taste.
That's not bad taste. Like, whatever. I don't even know what to say to that because not bad taste, but like, you know, I thought about doing that.
What? I get the $50 or $100 ring?
But having the other one as backup.
Just in case you try to leave your ass. You might
Just
need
to
that
see.
backup.
I was like, what's the point of doing that shit? That's just causing. I know that would be an issue. But my issue is them having the issue about that.
Because
You know
it's
what I mean?
going to turn into like, you're going to think they're not worth it. Right?
Worth is what I hate that argument so much because it's like I would never compare your worth to something materialistic as a ring. Like first of all, if you have that in your mindset, I wouldn't be like, oh babe, I got you this big ring because I think you're worth.
Yeah, because you're
this
worth
big
it.
ring.
Yeah, I'm absolutely
no, I feel like the worth of any person. This sounds fake as fuck, but this is how I feel. Is worth more than a ring anyway. Like ring is worthless compared to the person that is on.
I wish
supposedly.
I could have made like a rainbow. That sounds really, really good. Right?
But it's true. Like,
But-
and these they put like, oh, I'm not worth it. You didn't give me a
Yeah,
ring. Like, I'm not worth it.
Yeah.
No, you're worth more than that.
Ooh, that's why I
But
paid
I just-
less for it. You worth so much, girl, that I ain't even try to match it with the
I
ring.
got you a smaller ring just so I know, just so you know you're so much more worth it. Like you're so much
No,
more
that
worth
sounds terrible.
than that ring. It
sounds
does sound terrible, but it's
Yeah,
I know I'm sounding choppy right now,
Because
but
money
that's
creates value in people, bro. And it sounds bad.
it,
I know
it
you
comes back
hate
to
it,
insecurities.
But it does, though.
It comes back to insecurities.
Or that's just the world we live in.
Girls just want to have the big ring, so like you said, they can go around to other girls and be like, "Oh, look at my ring."
So I've been getting hate emails that
About
that we argue the female side of things without having a female present.
Okay.
And we never have one present. We the only females on this pod. Nigga.
No,
well,
no,
that
he's
came
the
out
only
wrong.
female on this
I'm
pod.
and I know what all these hoes thinking. I don't need one.
I
up
ain't gonna
here.
say I know what y'all thinking, but look, this is from our point of view. Look, if y'all got something to say it, don't put it in an email. A lot of this shit is for y'all to comment.
Comment.
And y'all can get clear, like,
True.
us talking back to you on it. If you
Yeah.
got something to say
Yeah.
about it, say it in the comments and we will get back to you. I promise you.
And y'all,
And if it's something like that, we will definitely get back to you. You know what I mean? Like if you got something to say it. Like we ain't gonna be mad at it. Like we realize a lot of the shit we say, mostly him, is very controversial
one-sided.
and towards females. You probably won't like it, you know, but it is from certain points of views, and it's there to bring forth discussion and things like that. That's kind of why we switch subjects so much, because there's a lot of things to talk about. There's a lot of things we want to talk about, but it's to bring forth discussion. Like if you got something to say, put it in a comment.
Yeah,
We'll get back to
definitely.
you. Don't put it in an email.
For real. And obviously, we need topics. So I encourage everybody to please let us know. Give us something to talk about. I'm trying to get paid off of this thing. But I got a question. So we had talked about the movie Soul a little bit last time, which I still say is a great movie. I done watched it a couple times again.
This goes good into what I was thinking about just saying. Go ahead.
Oh, so is your passion your purpose?
Is your passion your purpose? Uh, no, not necessarily. I don't think so. Like, well, is your passion your purpose? No, I don't think so. Because
Eh,
you can have a passion for things and not just be like a hobby type thing. That's not your purpose. I like
Mm.
making music. I don't think that's my purpose in life. Everybody can't be. Everybody who's making music, that can't be their purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I
But
mean?
everybody who's making music, that's not their passion either, though.
Everybody, well, that is true.
Niggas,
That
niggas
is
trying to
that
get paid.
that is my passion. Yeah, see, I do it. I don't care about. I mean, I care about getting paid, but that's not. I didn't step into making music with the first thing on my mind is I'm getting paid. I did it because I always been around music all my life. You know what I mean? I got all these musical figures in here and shit. I've always been around music. I've always been around hip hop. I truly enjoy it. That's why I do it. My first thought getting into it was not to get paid, and that's why I can do it. And I can enjoy. I enjoy doing it. I don't have
See,
to get
I'm
paid
on
for
the other
music.
side. I feel like your passion is I hate. Well, yeah, I feel like your passion is your purpose. It's like if I
What
like
is your
helping
passion?
people. So in my mind, instantly it would be like talking. Right, I really like talking. Right,
What is passion? What
it's
is what
like
is what is passion? Let's define that
something
first.
you're emotionally strong about. Right.
Emotionally is strong about it,
Yeah.
but you can be emotionally strong about many things, right?
I'm not an emotional person, so it's only about two or three things. Really, I'm not really passionate about a lot of things. I think it's more so people have struggled finding their passion. I don't think that's like I think a lot of people they want to be able to find something that they're excited about or gets them excited, but they can't find it because it's so hard. It's so hard, especially because a lot of people don't know what their talent is yet.
Hmm.
And that's what I was going to say. Like, I like talking, but I don't think your talking can be a passion. But I like helping people. And I am passionate about when I can help somebody talk through their problems. And I feel
Hmm.
like that could be my purpose because it's like, yeah, it's just like I'm doing what I'm passionate about. I'm talking, I'm communicating, more communication than necessarily talking. And I'm helping them work through it. And I feel like that could be what I'm here for. I'm here to, I don't know, give people voices that may not have voices or put people in positions where they could be a little bit more vulnerable and say more than what they normally can. So it's like if I ask you, what if music is your purpose, right? You are passionate about it, right? What if like you're meant to create an album or something that helps? Or it's like what else can you be passionate about? Or if somebody's passionate about golf, maybe that's well, it's hard to say something is your purpose though.
Yeah, I'm
That's
passionate about basketball. My purpose is not to play
yeah,
basketball.
that's it's strong. It's like how do you know what your purpose
So
is?
I don't
You know what
I
crazy
don't think you find out what your purpose is until you find out what your purpose is. Like until you
when it
have that
comes to
epiphany
you?
of be like, oh, this is why I'm here. So it's like I don't know. But like I said, like I have many passions. Music. I love basketball, playing basketball. Uh, I love art, but I don't feel like that's my purpose. Can you have more than one purpose?
Do you feel like you know your purpose?
Mm-mm.
It's crazy. A lot of people, especially like moms and stuff I talk to, they feel like once they have kids, they find out their purpose.
Yeah, to raise the kids.
I hate that. I think that's the worst shit ever.
Well,
Because it's like you didn't have purpose until you had a child. I just don't.
well,
I so
so the purpose of us all is to procreate. All right, so I'm gonna get real technical with it, real natural with it, if you will. Our purpose is to procreate.
like
That is
that's
our downright purpose.
I guess
That is
to
what we
keep
do.
that's what we do to keep the world going.
To
Have
keep, no, not
kids.
to keep the world going, to keep us going. The world will go on without us,
Oh, true,
and
true,
probably
true,
do
true.
a lot better without us. But our purpose is to procreate.
But then it's so. The only thing I don't like about that is like what happens when the bird leaves the nest. Does that make you purposeless now? You've raised your child. They go to college. You everything's good, and now it's like boom. Now you're back at square zero. You have to
Nah,
find your
you just
purpose
take care.
again.
I feel like you're supposed to take care of your kids still, like in different ways now. It is the evolution of you taking care of your kid. Now you don't take care of them so direct, but if they ever need something, you still be there.
So, just to go back to the purpose thing, do you think that having a purpose always have to deal with interacting with another person? Like your
No.
purpose is like how you affect people is your purpose.
Uh,
Like I,
what would be the point of a purpose without affecting others?
for yourself
Like, what can you? What's a purpose for yourself? So, what's your
that
purpose?
doesn't affect other people.
I always feel like having a purpose, like, entails you doing something for other people. Like, who has a purpose? I never think of having a purpose and that purpose is just for yourself. Like, oh, my purpose is, I don't know, for me, I don't, what's something you do for yourself? Have bigger muscles. It doesn't
Mm,
affect anybody else, but that's my purpose in life, to have bigger muscles.
nah,
Uh,
it doesn't work like that.
I don't, or my purpose in life is to, I don't know, get
So
money, accumulate money.
that's why I was just going to say some was kind of sort of on the lines of that. So I've heard like if you do things and aim for money, then it doesn't work out. And I'm only going to use the pod because that's what we're fucking doing right now. But like we're shooting the pod. If we was making pod specifically for money, then it wouldn't work out, right? But like if our pod had a bigger purpose of people listening to it and somehow it affecting their lives, then it will naturally be great and we wouldn't have to and then the money will come because we're fulfilling the purpose.
Yeah. I don't think you should do anything for money.
I don't know.
In a sense of things you like. I don't
I,
think you should start doing, well,
I do a lot of
that's
things for
slippery.
money.
That's slippery.
I
Yeah,
think
you
that doing things you like for
that's wrong.
money is the goal. That's what everybody wish they could do. A lot of people are
I
just doing
think,
shit for
but
money.
first, yeah, doing things and receiving money for it, doing things you like and receiving money for it, it can be the goal. But I think you should do things that you like for the simple reason you like it first and then get money for it. I feel like that's when you would truly enjoy it. Because doing things for money, if you don't really enjoy doing things and now you get paid, it's just like a lot of these hip hop artists or whatever artists. They get in the music industry for money, but once they get there down the line and they got all the money they want, they don't really enjoy it no more. Like they be like, oh, I want to get out of it. So I'm getting out. I'm retiring out the music industry out of this shit.
I think it only depends on how much money you already have, right? It's hard for me to tell a young black kid who wants to be in the NBA he shouldn't play basketball for money if his parents is in like a really broke situation. Now, if his parents are rich, then yeah, he don't have to worry about money. Yeah, he just playing basketball. He loves it. Even like the difference between me and you. If you were like well established and you know you're a millionaire and you're just doing the pod just to fuck off, then yeah, I understand. You're like, yeah, I'm just doing this because I love it. But then on that same side, I'm poor as shit, nigga. I need this pod to pop off. So I'm doing it because I enjoy it. But at the same time, I'm doing it because I want to make money off of it. I don't think a lot of people have the I can't think of the word,
Well,
but
that's not what
like
I'm saying.
they're
So I
being able
agree.
to you know,
I
people don't have
agree
the
with you.
luxury of not wanting to do
I
something
agree
for
with you.
money.
I agree with you. But I think you should like to do whatever you're trying to do for money.
Yeah. That's a career. That's what people I think that's what people go to school for is that they find a way to do something they like instead of like
Yeah, so
having to trick
like it
off.
first. Like it first. Do it because you like it first. You know what I mean? Don't do it. I think that's the better avenue. I understand there's situations where people have to do things for money and then learn to like it later.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's true too.
But
Because they're good at
I
it.
think, yeah, I think the better situation comes out of liking it first and then
So
get
I,
money for
I
it.
wish there was a way before we went to college and chose our majors and stuff that we could like experience a major before we had to commit to a major. Because there's some people that'll be like, oh, well, I want to be a biology major because they think they like it. And then now that they're doing
Mhm.
that shit, it comes out terrible and they just
Mhm.
waste so much time. I know
Mhm.
people end up dropping out of college because they chose the wrong major. So I wish there was ways that we could like figure out what we like to make money in, or like they put us in every situation. So we'd be like, well, I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that, but I like this, so I'll do something towards this.
Yeah. That's that. Yeah. I feel like a lot of that can fall on the parents.
Mm.
Like
What you
if you
expose your
take the
child to.
time, yeah, if you take the time to expose your child to different things or find out what they like, you can guide them towards that. Um, well, yeah, I 100% agree with that because
Mm.
I wish I would have did that. Like I would have definitely went to a school for something totally different than what I did, and that would have been. I wish I would have found out exactly what I liked first, or pursued those different avenues first, or even looked into them first to know
Hmm.
that I liked that instead of just going to college and just picking something off the whim.
I think a lot of
I
it
picked
is.
something that I thought I liked.
What did you pick?
Computer science.
Shit, a
That's,
little bit. Me
that's,
wish I would have leaned a little bit more into the computer science.
uh,
There's so much
I
money in
thought I
IT
liked
right
it.
now.
I thought I liked it. It looked good from the outside, but like the nitty gritty of it, I didn't. I didn't. It was first of all, that's not the major I got, but I switched my major. But it was it it looks more fun on the outside than it does on the inside. Like writing the code and all that shit and
Hmm.
dealing with all that shit and all that. That looks good and looks good in the movies, and that's why I want to do it and stuff
You
like that. It looked cool and
hijacking
shit like that.
motherfuckers
Yeah,
and shit.
that shit looks cool, but if I really knew what it was and all that shit, I probably would have chose something different. Hell, if I would have looked into other stuff, I probably would chose something totally,
Completely different.
yeah,
I feel like I
than
would
like
have
the
been.
standard college. I definitely would agree with like, what do you call it? What's the colleges called? Like trade schools.
Yeah, yeah,
Hundred
yeah,
percent
yeah.
trade schools over regular 4 year colleges. 4 year colleges are like good for like you get good social skills and things like that. Well, I'm pretty sure you can get that at trade school. It'd probably be a little different, but trade schools you go there, you learn a trade that you could use for the rest of your life.
What's crazy is the trade school at my school was like the alternative center. So it's like when people be like, "Oh, where you going?" Like you going to
And
coke?
people look
Like
down
what?
on it.
Yeah, like oh, that's crazy. What you doing welding? What? That's like I don't
What, you
know.
know how much money
And
welders
yo,
can
it's
make?
crazy,
Yeah,
crazy. I really wish
and
I would have did it in high school. It was
and people
presented, but it was like,
and they
uh,
laughing at people now because they
yeah,
making money.
yeah. Till they chop their
That's where
hand
it's at,
off.
man. Trade schools. Definitely wish I would have did something like that.
You ever took the charge for somebody?
No.
No, I have.
You've taken a charge for somebody?
Yeah.
What kind of charge? Or do you care to say?
I mean, well, I got. I guess the charge is over, or it's like it's already been taken off my record.
It's like a
But
weed charge
it
or
was a
something?
weed charge. Yeah, like whose weed is this? And you look at them, and they kind of give you that look, like I don't know who you. Like nigga, you don't know.
Yeah.
It was yours like 5 minutes ago. But it's like, all right, cool. Well,
That's
yeah,
wild, man. That's
yeah.
wild. Depending on who it is. Like if I don't know you from a anything,
Oh
nigga,
no,
that's your
yeah.
weed. The fuck?
Well, it's like some people will look at that like unloyal, like you know where I'm at or my position, or you're in a better position where you could do PTI and be done with this. So it's like you should take it. I don't know. I think I'm really loyal to friends in ways,
That's nothing wrong with that.
in certain
I agree with
ways.
that. Being loyal to friends in situations like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. If you got a friend or something like that. Now I'm gonna say this: a murder charge? Would you take a murder charge for somebody?
Hell nah. Hell nah.
Like weed,
Shit.
one thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
cool,
that's a
buddy.
day. That's a
Yeah.
jail for a day. I could eat a day and like a fine. But like murder, they dead, boy. Oh, please don't murder somebody around me. 'Cause I'm telling.
And hey, that's why I don't keep no murderous friends like that.
Yeah,
Like that.
true,
I'm
true.
around 24/7. That ain't my stilo.
Have
So
you ever did anything disloyal to a friend?
what disloyal?
Well, I feel
What's like
like
disloyal?
you know when like you do something, you're like, that's fucked up. I shouldn't have did that shit.
Off the top of my head, no, I can't. Like
Anything I've ever done disloyal to a
disloyal.
friend, it probably was definitely surrounded by a female. Definitely,
S-
definitely.
Disloyal.
Like if you accidentally sleep with one of your friend's exes or something.
No. No, no, no.
I think that's probably the only thing. Like I've never did anything to take money from a friend
No, no,
or
no, no,
like,
no.
cause that's it's like what would loyalty be surrounding? But the person they love, the money that they make, or like I don't know
Well,
their
in that
name.
case, no, I haven't. No, I've
Mm-mm.
never done anything like that.
Mm.
Nah.
I might have definitely.
Exes. That's
Oh, that is So if you and a girl break up and you end up accidentally sleeping with one of her
how do you?
friends,
Okay, go ahead.
would that be
Wait,
disloyal
wait,
or
wait,
would
wait,
you feel
wait.
like that
What?
doesn't count?
Wait, say that again.
Like if you accidentally sleep with one of your ex's friends. And the only reason I say accidentally, because I don't want it to be like malicious intent. Because if you did it maliciously, then yeah,
This is
that's
your
disloyal.
ex girlfriend,
Yeah,
and
ex
you're
girlfriend.
sleeping with your ex girlfriend's friend.
Accidentally.
Okay.
Do you feel like that
Who?
crosses a
What is
loyalty
to
line?
who? Loyalty to who?
Loyalty to your ex.
Are y'all still cool?
Uh,
That's a whole that's different. Like if you had an
uh,
ex and you and your ex are on
that's the
good
shit you'll
terms.
do.
No, no. If you and your ex on like good terms and shit like that, like y'all legit like shit didn't work out and y'all understood that stuff wasn't gonna work out, so y'all just decided, hey, it's better that we separate and see other people. And y'all cool with that shit, and then
Hmm.
you go and sleep with her friend.
Like,
That's
would
a
that
little
be
weird.
disloyal or is that just
I
like
don't think that's
life? Is that just part of
disloyal.
the game?
I don't think because you're not loyal to her anymore. I
So
don't
like
count. I don't count
our
like
relationship
yeah,
creates
the
that.
relationship is different. Like I don't think you're loyal to her anymore. Like now, if y'all broke up on bad terms and it was like, "Yeah, bitch, fuck you and all that shit, and you sleep with a friend, I mean, like, now that friend is disloyal to her.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Nah, that
That's
friend disloyal to her. That's
yeah, yeah, I agree. That would be more so. It's always on the friend. It's always you can never be mad at the innocent party, or who would be the innocent
yeah.
party.
What are you talking
And
about?
like I'm a male. I have dick and balls. Of course, I was gonna sleep with your friend. Like, but it's like it was up to your friend to be like, no,
That's not how it
stop, don't
works.
do it, because like
Of
women has.
course, I was gonna sleep with your friend.
I'm a male. That's what we do.
That's not okay. But it's look, I don't agree with that shit. I don't. I'm not. I don't believe men just like
Sleep with beautiful women when they offer pussy. I don't. I disagree.
okay, but you make it seem like men are just mindless thing. They just
Mindless
walk around
thinkers.
dick
That's like
fucking
that.
shit.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
well, I'm not. I'll say that.
I don't know. I don't want to
Like,
man
of course,
bash.
I just slept with your friend. Like, oh, she offered me
Like, did
pussy.
you see your friend? Like, your friend's beautiful.
Yeah, but I do feel
No,
like
no,
men
no,
can be like,
no.
yo, that ain't the
Loyal.
right
Yeah,
shit
that
to
ain't
do. You
shit.
know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no,
If
it's
your friend
definitely
is
loyal
beautiful and
niggas.
I can pull her, then I could probably pull another beautiful bitch. I ain't
That
gotta
is
get
true.
on your friend. You know what I mean?
Nah, I do. I wholeheartedly believe what you said just now. I do feel like people are lazy. Like, yeah, don't holler at my friend, bitch. It's 1,000 niggas out here. You find your own nigga. Don't try to use a nigga that you met through me. And I feel the same way, vice versa. Like, if I had a dealings with a girl, I wouldn't try to talk to somebody she deals
Yeah,
with.
and I feel like that's just you putting yourself back into that pot a little bit,
So it would
messing
be
with a friend.
disloyal.
I mean, it's
Yeah, you
not really
kind of like putting
disloyal
yourself
from
back
you,
into
but
the world.
you putting yourself in like line with her a little bit now, messing with her friend because y'all gonna talk about her whenever y'all just pillow talking or whatever. If y'all do that, y'all got she's gonna come up.
What about friends that you haven't been? Have you went into a lot of business with friends, or any business with friends?
No.
Because I was gonna be like, what if it's like a business position or like a deal or something where like your friend is expecting to make a sale and you kind of take the sale, which is essentially taking money from him, but putting money into your own pockets, aligning
Well,
your
yeah,
own
that's
wallet.
fucked up.
I've definitely
You
done
said
that.
the friend makes the sale,
Yeah, like if
and
like
you took the
and kind
sale.
of take the sale,
Why?
finesse for money.
No, and this is my friend.
Yeah, but you could always play the
I wouldn't do
it's
it.
business is business.
I
You
wouldn't
know
do
what I'm
that, man.
saying?
I
Like
wouldn't do it.
it's nothing disrespecting you. You know what I'm saying?
Like
It's just business.
I said, I have principles and things like that. You don't have
Ooh.
any of that, so all
I
that's
mean,
fair game to you.
I do. It's just my principles.
But I don't.
They're
I wouldn't do
different.
that. Like if I had a real like a friend, like this is my friend, I wouldn't take money out of his pocket just because I'm trying to get that money. You know what I mean? Like if I knew that was his cell and shit, and like I'm not about to go over there and take his cell to make his money. Especially if that's my friend, I ain't doing that.
Sometimes, and this only when I was dealing in the sales business, I would slow roll it, right? So like if there was a random stranger putting me in the exact same situation, I definitely would take it, right? But they're my friend. So I'm gonna still put myself in the situation to take like half of their shit, but at the same time, I'm gonna give them a chance to like save themselves. And I'm hoping they save themselves because I we have this relationship, we have this bond. So I'm like, I hope you do whatever you gotta do to figure this out, so I don't have to be that guy.
You a different breed. That kind of shit right there leads to other things. Yeah, it's just
And
sales. It's just sales and shit like that. But if that's a mindset on something like that, that's a mindset somewhere else too.
somewhere when it comes to money,
That's
or like, what if like
that's foul.
that's fine.
That's
See,
fucked
so
up.
it's like with the what is loyalty when it comes to your friendships? If you had a friend that you felt like did some
If you
disloyal
fucking
shit
with
to
their
you,
money, that's disloyal.
so have you ever had a friend that you felt like was disloyal to you?
Disloyal in the ways that we talked about?
Well, just in
No.
general. That well, thinking of a friend that I felt was
That
disloyal,
I've
it
known
turned
that
into
I've known
slander.
about.
I feel like if I find out a friend is talking about me behind my back, I've considered that to be disloyal.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
It's when I'm thinking about being loyal to somebody, it's all these grandiose, crazy shits. But when it come to like people and me, it's shit. It could be anything.
But yeah, I've
It,
had that. I've had that with people talk behind my back. But I just I cut that shit off. And once I get wind of some shit like that, like I keep my circle a little small anyway. So it's like, and I feel like I treat my friends well. You know what I mean? If I got access to something, they got access to it. Those are my friends, and I ain't gonna do them dirty. That's the code. I don't do my friends dirty. So the moment I get some like, oh, you talk shit behind my back, cool, boom, outside the circle now.
so, do you believe in the statement "keep your friends close, but your enemies closer"? Or you just think that it's
I
unnecessary?
don't know. Sure. I thought the point of
Well,
sure.
nah, cause I cut off. I if I
I
see a
don't believe
friend
I
do
have a lot of
something,
enemies. So, but
hmm,
I mean that's a good statement. I totally if you have a lot of enemies, I totally agree with that statement because you need to know what
you
your
need to know
enemies
what's
are
going
doing.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Your
Okay.
friends gonna have yeah, I mean, you don't need to necessarily they're your real friends. You don't necessarily need to have an eye on the friends like that. You got to know what the enemy is.
Hmm.
So
But I think
that's a true statement.
that is a good point though. I don't think I have a lot of ops, but I'm not so gullible to like not think that there's people out there who's probably actively like fuck Ryan. Like I know it exists. It's out there.
Mhm.
And every time I ever in a position where I'm thinking like, oh, everybody loves me, it's always somebody be like, oh no, you didn't know they hate you. They like every time you talk, they just get mad and leave. You don't notice that?
Mhm.
They be like, oh shit, that's crazy. I just had no clue.
Mhm.
But it is something that I do think about when it comes to like I don't want to have or like if a friend does something to disappoint me, I don't want to just write them off and feel like they're oh this nigga disloyal, fuck this nigga. Really, that they was just doing I don't know something.
It depends on what it is. Like if it's just some petty shit, cool. But if it comes down to like you talking behind my back about me some dirty shit, or if it comes to money, like you taking money from me in some kind of way, or you just like just I don't know taking anything I do for granted for you or around you, it's I don't know. That's my line that I
Mm.
have that I don't allow to be crossed, or I just don't fuck with you after that. Just because I'm so already giving with my shit. You know what I mean? I'm already so cool with shit.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So it's like because I'm so cool with shit, it's not much room to fuck up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand that 100%. Let's see. Oh, I did want to talk about this. I had saw something where it was saying that like right now people are. We always talk about making money over the internet via social media or YouTube or whatever you use, right?
Mhm.
So growing up, right, your parents would tell you like, "Oh, don't play the game too much. Your head in the clouds. Or don't be on the computer too much because your head, like, it's things that you're doing that's mindless and unnecessary."
Yeah.
But right now with the new generation, we can't necessarily. I can't tell my daughter to don't play video games all fucking day because I know she can make money playing video games all day. I can't tell her to be like, "Oh, why you always on Instagram? That's so stupid." When it's like, no, she could literally pop off a career and make hundreds of thousands of dollars via fucking Instagram. So who am I to be like, no? So it's like there's a shift in generations where now I feel like the internet is more a part of us. So we can't necessarily raise our kids the way we was raised, or do we still keep those same ideologies and morals for our child just because those ideas is what made us us. So we try to feed them the same ideas to make them basically another version of us, or do we just like raise them in their own situation that's like their own experiment, own experience? Because yeah, we've never lived that lifestyle. We wasn't in fucking elementary school with Facebook and Instagram existing. So
Mhm.
we don't know nothing. We don't know what that's like. Shit, we got Facebook basically when we graduated high school.
Mhm.
So it's a difference. Well, that yeah, I did think that was interesting though. Like the new generation ideologies versus the old generation.
Well, if you going one thing is if you gonna let your kid play video games all day, like because and not now, and I'm saying this because you think there's an outlet out there for them to get rich making video games. Are you gonna guide them along this path, or are you just gonna
Mm,
let them sit in the room play games all day with no direction on why they're playing this video game or how to make money playing this video game?
that is
You know what I
a
mean?
dope statement.
If they are going to be on Instagram or social media all the time, are you guiding them to show them how they can take the opportunities to make money being on social media or Instagram all day? Or are you just letting them soak
Just
in, be a consumer of
mm,
Instagram, being a consumer of video games all day?
because
You know
like
what I
if they're
mean?
gonna do it, then you gotta do it right, and
Yeah,
you
or
gotta make it
but
professional.
but I mean, if you let them get addicted to video games and they turn into one of those that's in the room all day, soda bottles stacked up to the ceiling because they don't want to move out the chair playing video games, that's on you. Now you can guide them to do different things. You know what I mean? Especially at younger ages and shit.
Yeah,
Like we didn't have it when we were younger. I mean, we had video games. We
yeah.
had like the
So
Segas and shit. We did have it, but
hey, definitely had it.
our parents also kicked us out the house and shit like that. My parents did make me go outside and do some shit.
Yeah.
Like play outside.
Then that's fair, but now a little bit of me, I wish that when I was playing fucking Nintendo 64, I was recording that shit, uploading it online, and I would have been like one of the first people doing it, and I would have been probably still rich
Ah,
right now.
that's
And
super
I
reaching
do,
in
I
hindsight.
do like what you said. Like, are you guiding your child to do it right? Because I have a friend, and his son, he's probably like, let's say he's 7 or 8 years old.
Mhm.
Fortnite fanatic, right? Really good at it.
Mhm.
So he's invested in it. He's got his son the chair, the professional like race car chair to play video games on. He's
Yeah.
got him the camera now that he can set up to run his Twitch. So he's really trying to invest in that. So it's like, yeah, if your child is going to be about that, it's a difference between just letting them play video games and be on social media all day and then actually like trying to get them like, look, if we're gonna make this TikTok, we're gonna make this TikTok right. We're gonna set this up, get this email. So I think that's very
Right.
important.
That's very important. Otherwise, they're just being a consumer, just
Bullshit.
like millions of other people out here, and you're just kind of letting them fill their head with bullshit. That's mostly what's out there, bullshit. To be real. Yeah, definitely.
Um. So I hate when it's like the end of the things because it's like topics that I thought were interesting, but it's like
Yeah, shit, fuck it.
when
I
I
ain't got
read to
nothing.
myself,
I ain't got nothing. So
yo. So I was like, is dating hoes a hobby that you want to turn into a career? Right? Like dating is a hobby. That's just something that you do. You don't know why. You just like it. Everybody likes being loved,
is
right?
dating a
But
hobby?
you're trying to turn the hobby into a career. Basically, you're trying to like
It's
whatever.
date for marriage. That's
Yeah,
kind of like
yeah.
what we
Go back
talked
talk
about
about it
last
already.
time.
It's about this. Yeah, just a different way.
Exactly. But why would you look
Okay.
at dating as a
As a
hobby?
hobby, because it's fun. Like everybody's like, some people like make trains. Some people like paint. Some people date.
I guess people like to date. People
Yeah,
go on
it could
dates
be.
and shit.
You could text all day. Even like if you could be dating a fucking brain surgeon, and somehow like when she find time in between fucking cutting people open, they'll text you just
Mm.
because they like that communication. Everybody likes that love. Everybody likes
Is
that.
is dating multiple people cheating on one or the other?
Yeah.
Can you
So
cheat while you're dating?
it may be if you like giving off the impression, it goes back into
Oh,
the
that they're
loyalty
on
thing
that
that
the
you're the
only
only
one?
one. Yeah, because some
Yeah,
girls
I guess.
they'd be like, nah, if you fucking me, I'm gonna be the only girl you fucking. And then when you
Mhm.
decide that you want to fuck someone else, just let me know. Which I think is the dumbest. Oh man, I think that's the dumbest thing I've ever
Wow.
heard though. Because who does that?
Who does what?
Who takes a great situation and make it toxic just for like some moral code or principle? Right. So right
Because
now,
they don't want to be somebody else that you're fucking. Like that's
see,
not
but that's the
that's
see.
not taking making it a
No,
toxic
no,
situation.
no. See, you're thinking about
That's
it
their
from their
choice.
side.
They
You're
have
thinking
a
about it from their
choice.
side.
Yeah, I
From
am.
the male side, why would a male tell a girl that he's sleeping with multiple people? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I understand. Like, you could be like, "Oh, just be a real
It
man and
doesn't
tell
make
me,"
sense because of what?
or because I think it's the quality, right?
What?
So a girl could be like, some girls are with it. You know, just be honest and upfront about your intentions, right? And yeah, some girls you could be like, look, I just trying to fuck you. I'm really not trying to do anything. And they'll be like, oh yeah, cool, that's great. I mean, staying cool story, bro. Me too, right?
Mhm.
But then some of them are like, hell no, you got me fucked up. Like I'm not that type of girl. If you talk to
Okay.
me, so you have to lie to those type of girl who normally tend to be better, at least morally or quality wise. So you have to lie to them or maybe allude that maybe you're not hoeing as bad as you are. Because if you just be upfront and honest about it, you'll never get her. She'll never be with you if she know you was fucking Tom. Well, not Tom, but Tomlet, or I don't know, because you know how they got like Tom, Dick, and Harry.
I
Like
got you.
that's what
I
I'm.
got you.
But
I see where you
anyway,
was going with that.
anyway,
Uh,
but like yeah, I don't.
um,
I don't think men can be honest to women the way they want.
well,
Not when you're single.
you can, but it's up to them. It will be up to the female to choose whether she wants to deal with that or not.
I,
Like I've learned through my years.
ooh, seasoned.
I've learned through my years. Yes, it's better to be upfront. But because if you're not, then like I don't know, shit just goes wrong. But if you tell them up front, then it is what it is. Then that's their choice. That's their choice to, and then shit just easier for everybody. Honestly,
I'm okay with creating crazy people or monsters.
what?
Because that's what it basically that's what it does. It creates crazy. And
Why? But why do that?
uh,
Why? For your selfish gain?
yes, I'll just play it. It's J.K. But just being a devil's
Why not
advocate
give them a choice? Why not give them a choice?
because life isn't fair. So you can't expect me to be right. So it's like, yeah, a lot of things happen to me that I have no control over. That's just a part of being a human being. So for you to assume that, oh, well, even though life isn't fair and all this other stuff is going in your life that you have no control over, now you're trying to like put me in a position to make you powerful. And I'm like, no, you're not going to be powerful in this. We're both are helpless.
Yeah.
I'm helpless and you're
Now I've
helpless.
been in a position in the past where I'm like, yo, if she don't know, it won't hurt her. That's kind of like how you're saying, right?
Yeah, it's selfish,
What you
but
don't know don't hurt you,
and I
and
that that's a fair truth. If I got cheated on, I don't think I would want to know.
well, if you don't know, you don't know.
You don't know, and then your life is regular, and you're just going on about your
Until
day.
well, okay. So how would you feel about that if, like, I think we talked about this before. If you're amongst people and you the nigga is getting cheated on by this girl,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, okay, it goes like
But
that.
again, you don't know. You
If
don't know.
everybody knows, I want to know. But if it's a situation where nobody knows, but you and that nigga, die with it. I feel like it's selfish if I find out. That means you didn't give so much of fucks that you
But a
just
lot
let
of
me
girls
keep
are like
talking.
that. They're just like, yo, don't let me find out.
Yeah.
A lot
Or
of girls are
like,
like that.
or like, not even don't let me find out. Just don't have it in my face. Don't fucking have it on Facebook or Instagram.
Hmm.
Don't make it so my homegirls find out. So now they doubling back to tell me what's going on.
But to be fair, those usually are the girls that's not really in a relationship with the dudes. They're just one of the ones that's dating. You know what I mean?
All
And they
right.
just don't want to be out there known to be dating a nigga that's all out over the
I
place.
think 70% of girls are not dating, and they think that they're dating. Real life. I think a lot of times a
Yeah.
girl, if she's like pretty or have like, I hate using the word, but some clout, she would make it seem like, oh well, if he's fucking me, that means we're dating. And it's like, nah, he's just fucking you. Right? But they try to make it seem deeper than what it is. But then it's like it hurts their own feelings because they be like, well, why is he texting me
Because
back
they
like
want that
this?
exclusivity.
Yeah, because it makes them more
It makes
exclusive.
them seem exclusive.
And I really think that it's crazy that it's a lot of women that's my age that's single. I think that's it. A lot of beautiful women who seem that they're very business oriented. Or maybe my age don't matter. Is being 30 and single a bad thing?
No. Being 30 is young, first of all. 30 is young.
Not of
Uh,
these 21-year-old bitches.
oh, fuck. When they get 30, they'll be like, 30 is young. 30 is young. There's still a lot you can do. There's still a lot you don't know. There's still a lot that can still be accomplished in your life. 30 is very young. Um, but being single in 30, I don't think is a bad thing. Now, I think once you start getting up there in years, like more comes with what you're looking for now. Like there might be females like the old 30 girls in the 30s might have kids now. You know what I mean? They definitely have different priorities than a 21-year-old, so you can't
So
step to them on no bullshit a lot of times either.
I'm really just gonna be dark right now. I do judge. So if I come across anybody that's like in their 40s or 50 and they're single and they've been single,
Hmm.
I do judge. For and it's weird because
Why? Oh,
I
because you
could
think it's
definitely
something.
be.
It's
There's
them.
something wrong with them. Something wrong with you.
It's them.
And I
Well, it can
agree.
be their choice. There's females out here who have jobs that require a lot, or they do things that require a lot, and they don't have time to be with somebody. There's people out here who just don't want to have a man. There's girls out here who just don't want to have a man. That shit's easier to be single.
I don't see that often. Yes, I definitely agree. There's girls or guys, anybody who's like, I don't give a fuck about this relationship shit. But I feel like I more so see people who want it, who yearn for it, but they just don't have it. And when
And
they
they
get
can't get
it,
it. Yeah.
yeah, and when they get it, it always goes away. But like they don't never look at them.
I
They
would,
always
yeah,
pass the blame.
I agree. I would look at them and be like, "Yo, it's you.
Yeah.
It's
So like,
probably you."
all right, beautiful girls in their 30s and they didn't go through like some traumatic situation. I'm gonna be looking at them like, damn, that's crazy. She's single. I expect her to at least
You
be
ever
cuffed up
asked
by
them why
now.
they're single?
I think that's rude. Because if you ask somebody
Is
why
that
they,
rude?
what are they gonna
I
say?
feel
Why
like
are you
that might be a
single?
little flattering. Like,
Right? Why are
damn,
you?
you're
Damn, why are you
beautiful.
single?
You're beautiful. Why are you? Why? What makes you single?
Because when you get
The only
asked
reason it
that,
would be rude is if it was a bad reason, like, oh, well, I'm crazy as
I'm
fuck.
crazy. I'm fucking intimidate people. It's so many. Who knows the
It
why I'm
could be
too selfish
it
to
could be
be in a
multiple
relationship.
things. It could be multiple things. It could be anything, really.
So I don't know. So then it is probably fucked up to be like that's flawed. But I do sometimes, yeah. Like if she's 40 and
A
she's
lot of
single,
women could
I'm
be
like
single
something's
because of their
wrong.
past. Like they're known out here to be like that, and
If you're
like,
40s and your past still matters, that means you was
yeah, you're right. You're right because they didn't. Yeah,
hey, damn. Nah, I remember
just
about
move, bitch.
remember about
I said I
15
was gonna
years
stop
ago.
saying that. Damn,
Oh
my
yeah.
bad. I'm sorry. I'm really trying to stop saying the B word.
I was
I
trying
don't
to
want to refer to our queens like that.
yeah, and plus I'm still trying to get sponsored. I gotta figure that out. But that is but like it's so small that I was thinking about.
But yeah, man. It can
Oh,
be anything. Just like why dudes could be single. Is it different that dudes are single in their 30s versus women? If it's a guy that seems like he has
I
everything
think
going
it makes
on,
him immature, no matter his position.
why? How does that make a man?
So
If
let's say
any
I'm in my
what?
30s and I'm very prosperous. I'm making fucking money. You know what I'm saying? And I'm living by myself. There's no reason for me not to be in a relationship. That means that I'm just enjoying being single, being a hoe. And if I'm enjoying being a hoe, that makes me somewhat immature. I should be ready to settle down and put these dollars toward kids.
Or you got a little dick, no homo.
No, that's enough. That makes it
That's
even
some real
deeper.
shit.
That's even deeper. Even though I'm sure little dick niggas are getting cuffed. I
You
think
think so?
they talk to white girls. I think. But like, what if like a girl has really bad pussy and she could be as pretty as she want to be, but like,
What
it's
is
just,
that?
yeah, what is bad pussy? It's no such thing. Never mind. It's dumb.
What?
There's no
You
such thing
said
as
really
bad
pretty.
pussy.
What is that? I
What?
don't think that. You're right. You're dumb.
Yeah.
I don't think that exists.
That bad pussy doesn't exist, especially like with lube. Because even with girls, if they don't get wet like that, shit, you damn. Never mind.
What was you about to say? What was
But
it?
it's just that could be something like if people were single because they had bad sex.
Mm.
That means you got to be in the money lane. I couldn't imagine. That'd be so
Yeah.
sad.
You have to be in the money lane for that.
Oh man. I remember I used to have a theory that guys with smaller dicks like smaller booties because it's like easier penetrate. It's dumb, but it makes
You know,
sense
I realized.
to me.
You
It
know,
makes
you know,
sense
was
to
the
me.
thing. You know why all the statues? I don't know where I got this from. I don't know if it was a movie or some shit, but like all the statues of like I don't know over in Rome and shit. The statues have little dicks.
Yeah, but is there a reason?
Yeah, because they thought big dick dudes were like morons. They were like, oh, they're just for slinging dick and they're dumb. You know what I mean? That was the thing. So
Dicks made you
smaller
smarter.
penises, they were more astute. You know what I mean? They had more. They were into more things. Everything just wasn't about. They wasn't just out
Just
here
out here.
having sex and shit.
So all right, I feel like we about
So
to
that's
get.
why all those. That's why this is from what I heard. Is that we can look it up, but that's why all the statues of like the prominent people if they're naked over there, they have smaller genitals.
So this actually tripped into a very intellectual conversation. You know, African Americans, you know, they always say that we have bigger penises, but they look down on us also like the Mandingo thing. They made to fight each other. They fucking people been getting raped. Women and men has been raping, or like white men and women have been raping black men and women. Like for such a long time, and maybe it's because of the sex thing. Like, what if big dicks is really frowned upon, or like we've been judged for so long for it? I don't know.
That what?
I don't know that we've been punished for having big dicks. That's why they try to.
You think we went through all this shit because we got big dicks?
That'd be what if, like
that is the
like
thought.
that's why they put us in slavery and everything. Like
No.
they was so jealous and
No.
insecure about that shit. That it
I
was like, you
doubt
know what?
that.
Fuck this whole race.
They no.
No.
I don't
of
think
course
that.
not.
I don't know. Maybe they could be jealous. That could have something to it.
That could
But
be
I
the
know
beginning.
that's not one of the main reasons we's out there picking cotton and shit like that. It's because they can't.
They can't. Oh.
They burn the fuck up.
Sunlight. Yeah.
Yeah, we
And
got that
then
that melanin, baby.
mhm,
That
and
melanin.
Indians died because they was getting disease from the white man. So
You know, I
it's
would be
all of
like
us.
when I was overseas, I was out in the pool, and this is just because I was speaking about it just now, but like it became very apparent to me. Like I was around my white friends. They were friends. I consider them friends to this day. But we were out in the pool and shit, and like I'll be out in the pool chilling. They would put on all this sunscreen and shit, all this sunscreen. I'd be like, they offered it to me. I'll be like, nah, I don't need it because I don't like it because I know you're supposed to put sunscreen on either way, but it's just real oily and slick and shit. I didn't like it. I get in the pool after like an hour or so. They'll be ready to get. I'm like, oh, why the fuck are y'all like out? Like I'm chilling. Let's stay. But they'll be like, yo, it's hot. I'm burning up. Next couple of days they'll be super red and peeling and stuff. I'm like, damn,
It's crazy.
Like I kind of feel bad because I'll be like, yo, I kind of probably kept them out there too
Like,
long.
I hope we have Caucasian.
I think I
listeners,
kept them out there
but
too long.
I think it is funny that like they'll get offended.
About what?
Oh man, if you be like, yo, any black person who's cool with a white person, just go up to a white person and be like, we don't need sunscreen. They'll be like, oh, black people get sunburned too. Y'all just don't burn buttons fast. Blah, blah, blah. And I be in my mom like, nigga, have I ever had or known a black person with sunburn. So yes, maybe we can if we sit in the sun for like 10 fucking hours.
I don't think I've been
But
sunburned.
like, no, I haven't. You haven't,
Mm-mm.
no.
Mm-mm.
But yes, maybe like technically we can get it because we're
No, we
human
can
beings.
definitely get
Yeah,
it.
but
It would just
like
take a very long
very
time. And
obviously,
I've
like
been out in the sun a while, and I've never been sunburned. But
I
I
get
think
black as
it's like
fuck
having a
though.
superpower. Oh yeah, you get darker,
Yeah,
but that's the thing. You just get darker.
motherfucker. Right?
You just get darker, but there's no pain. There's none of
Nah,
that peeling and all that shit. Like it's like having a superpower that they just can't
they just
have.
can have.
And it's
And
like, yeah.
so the sun, conspiracy shit. The sun rays, they're getting more and more violent every year, right? And sooner or later, it will get to a point where like white people will just come outside and instantly get sunburned because of the rays is so crazy.
You're talking
And
about
it's that
thousands of years
like
from
we'll
now.
be like the last people
You're
on
talking
the
about
shit.
hundreds of thousands of years by that. And
Yeah.
by that point, everybody will be brown.
Is it racist that like anytime I'm out in the sun too long and I see my mama, she like, boy, you okay? You're black as hell. Like
Why would that be racist?
I don't because my mom judged me when I'm really dark skinned. Like when I have like a crazy tan, like I've been out in the sun too long,
Yeah.
she feel like I've been doing like I don't know redneck shit or something. Like she like, damn, like you okay?
She's just recognizing that you've been outside.
But it bothers her though. Like you black as shit, you might need to stay in the house for a little while. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
just play it.
But yeah, I feel like hundreds of years from now, everybody's gonna be brown.
Mm.
The majority of people on this earth are gonna be brown. I think actually I don't know. What's the makeup? Majority of people brown on the earth now?
No, they're white.
Majority of the people on the earth are white. Now I'm talking about. I consider Indians brown. I consider anybody with any kind of melanin in
technically,
their
everybody.
skin.
Well, yeah, you're right. Everybody would be. America is mainly white people, and Europe is probably
Well,
mainly
because interracial
Right, yeah.
mingling is very much so a thing now, and it's just going to get better. Like I consider that better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be brown. Everybody's going to be like Aubrey's color.
I do. Aubrey's my daughter, but I do
Yeah.
have a. I want like so. Even if I was to somehow get a light skinned woman, I want to have like a dark skinned son, like out of wedlock or something, where he like go through struggles and shit, just like I did, like the dark skinned way. But like,
Wow. Why would you want your son to go through struggles?
well, that's only if I'm not with a dark skinned woman. But like if I marry a white or a light skinned woman, she gonna have to respect me to know that I'm gonna have a dark skinned child. At least one. Just to like
So this
contribute.
light skinned woman that you get with is
Mhm.
going to have to understand that you're going to cheat on her with a dark skinned female just to have a dark skinned
For
son.
the culture.
Wow.
Wakanda forever.
Well, hey, as long as you tell her up front, bro. Shit.
And-
And if she stick with that bless her heart. That's all I can say. That's some wild shit.
I could end the episode on that. But that's like, if ever
But I
I'm
do
being judged.
why though? See, I hate the light.
because the dark skinned man is becoming
I
obsolete.
hate the
They're
dark,
gone.
but I hate the no, they're
They're
not.
gone. They're gone. They're
Gone
leaving.
where?
All these everybody's like inbreeding and stuff. Like not inbreeding. Yeah, I said it right now. Everybody's like outbreeding. Nobody's inbreeding. Like nobody's. It's rare.
Dark skinned people ain't going nowhere.
I don't
bro.
know,
There's
bro.
a lot of dark
We
skinned people.
disappearing.
You know what I hate? I hate the light skin, dark skin amongst black people thing.
It's always
Light skin dudes are like this. Light skin niggas are like this. This some dark skin shit. This some light skin shit.
This a light skin nigga shit. You acting light skin.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that. Like I ain't gonna lie. I used to make those kind of jokes too.
Yeah.
Then I was like, wow.
Yo,
Like, we all black.
It wouldn't matter though. If everybody was the same complexion, we would find something to diversify us physically.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter.
Yes.
If everybody was
Yes.
fucking I don't like it's racism because of this, that, third. No, I think it's natural. Like,
Yeah,
even in
exactly. I think it
Africa,
is just
yeah.
something to differentiate. If you don't have anything to make an argument about, if you just had, I don't know, whatever, you didn't own anything, you didn't have anything, and you had to not like somebody for something, what is the first thing you would notice to not like somebody about?
Yeah.
Their
Something
skin
physical.
color. And I do think it's a natural thing that people should get over. Okay, I won't say it's a natural thing. It's low hanging fruit.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
low
It's super
hanging fruit,
basic.
and
Super basic.
it's super
Super basic.
basic, and it's
Yeah.
very simple
Yeah.
to not like somebody
Because
because of
their
this
skin color. Yeah.
because of the color of the skin.
But it's
And but
so
people go for it, and I think there's an issue. I
everywhere.
think the issue lies with the people that go, obviously, with the people that go for it. But it's just such an easy thing and such a simple minded thing to go for.
Like even, but it's not even just like whites or blacks or Asians and different. Like people do it. Like even like if you think of like what Haiti and the Dominican Republic,
Hmm.
how literally they're on the same fucking island, but shit, niggas. Most people don't know that. It's like they consider them being far off, but it's like light skinned people on one side, they Dominican, and all the dark skinned people on the other side, they're Haitian. Like
Yeah, it's
it's in everything.
it's a low hanging fruit thing that people go for, and that's why
I don't think
agree with that
racism
shit.
is going away till everybody is the same complexion. And then once everybody's the same complexion, I'm gonna have my one dark skinned baby and he's gonna be the savior. So that's why
A lot of people don't realize. A lot of black people don't realize. A lot of black people racist too.
oh the
Black people
most.
are
The
racist as
most. I was
hell.
raised on racist.
Black people can be racist as hell,
But
dog.
you
And it's
can't
like,
listen to your grandma tell all these stories or like just your father telling things that happened to him a long time ago. That's fucking racist. So it's like in a way, the history keeps it going, and I hate that because I remember I used to be the one like you can't see in front of you if you're always looking in the past because you know it's some people that take that history shit to the
nah,
next level.
we definitely need to know what happened. Like in the history books, they're trying to, there was a history book that was saying that they were teaching in high school that was saying that black people agreed to work in the fields. Like
Oh,
there was
that's
an
the
agreement.
sister of the
It's like
Confederacy.
whitewashing.
Yeah, it's the sisters of yo.
They're like
I love the book a
whitewashing
lot.
slavery,
Yeah.
if you can whitewash slavery. But they're like saying like black people came over and agreed to work in the fields to help
Hey, so we
us.
definitely about to end this, but this is crazy
Hmm.
because my daughter, her mother, was white, and she was kin to the Sisters of the Confederacy, and they were the women who rewrote the books to make it seem like slavery wasn't as harsh as it was. Like it was
Mm.
more like
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
master and the slave was cooling. He wasn't really beating the
Mhm.
fuck out of him. He was
Mhm.
just chilling.
Mhm.
But that was definitely and Aubrey's kin to him. It was crazy. It's just a story. So we in they shit. We in like her mom's house and they going through like their great because for some reason white people be having like their great auntie shit, right? So like they pull out a certificate.
Mhm.
Like you're a member of the Sisters of the Confederate. And her mom was kind of like, oh, if Aubrey wants to learn about this, I'm like, nah, she don't learn nothing about that. That is racist. What are you talking about? That is so bad.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I guess my daughter's kin to KKK members. We just have to be okay with that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
So
man.
this is our show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, take those eggs and sit on them.
I mean, it's a lot of people that's kin to slave owners. The slave owners was raping blacks.
Mm.
So I mean,
Mm.
just because what I'm saying is, just because you kin to something doesn't make you that. You know what I mean? So
Oh yeah.
Aubrey's cool in my
Yeah,
book, bro.
she alright. She alright. But see,
Yeah.
I was just about here. She got her white people tendencies though. Or she
Bruh,
acts light skinned sometimes.
see, I hate that. There's no
See?
such thing as acting light skinned, bruh. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. But yeah, man. Thank y'all for tuning in again.
Yeah, gang.
Again, this was episode 6.
6.
What we gonna call this one?
So I've been trying to like think of. So normally when we name the episode, we try to take like one of the great topics and fucking name it. I have no clue. I feel like we've talked about everything really, really fast. I don't even know. I don't know. Some bullshit.
All right. Well, cool.
That'd be a cool ass name. Some bullshit.